Hold on, I'm turning on my TV. It's been a while since I've made any videos. I have been working a lot as of recently, like a lot. Um, uh, it's a new year. I mean, we're a bit past that, but this year I really want to accomplish some things, so I've been putting a lot of time and effort into that. But I really wanted to make this new video um, for quite a few reasons, maybe more so than others. Um, I know that the game that I'm playing right now, we're going to get into, is becoming very popular. Everybody is really, really starting to dig it. I absolutely am not so much in love with it, but I really, really enjoy it. It is one of my mains, one of my big main games right now. So today's just going to be a little bit of an introduction, just a basic layout of the storyline, what the game is, and introduction to one of the newest characters, and just a little bit more. Flat right out. Thank you for your time. If you like the video, you want to see more, let me know. I can't guarantee I'm gonna see everything, all your messages, but get to them when I can. It's been a while since I checked on any of my videos. I am trying to do better each time I do them, and to make them better, sound quality, whatever. I have 4K and all of that now. Like, I have PS4 Pro and 4K, so I'm currently running that, which is enhancing the quality of my gameplay. I do know that videos, I think they run in 1080p, so unfortunately you won't get to see, I don't think you'll get to see what I see, but still it'll be good quality. So without further ado, let's hop right in. Alright, so this is Genshin Impact. This is the game that I've been really into. Genshin Impact is a open world. I would classify it as a have you ever seen The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild? If you have not, look up The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. This game plays very similar to that. However, at first when the game released, a lot of people did say that it was a lot like Breath of the Wild. While that may have been the case from the start, Genshin Impact has taken a form all its own, and it is unique in every way. The game is currently made by MiHoYo. They are the same people that make Honkai 3rd Impact. I think that's what it's called, Honkai 3rd Impact. I'm pretty sure it's on the App Store as well as Android, and I think Microsoft is by Android. Yeah, they have that. Anyways, when they released Genshin Impact, it's sort of like it's like they really outdid themselves. So I would say Genshin Impact is one of their newest games, but so far, in my opinion, it is the best. I have played Honkai 3rd Impact a little bit. I have got to say, it is nothing like Genshin. That game wishes it could be Genshin. That's my opinion. Anyways, so the game has lots of, I wouldn't say lore, but it has lots of colors, like the way the houses are made, the way the buildings look, the people, the way they dress. So it has a lot of culture, which makes for a really great game. Even the way the characters dress, the way that they look, the way that they walk, they talk. So there's a lot of culture too, so it's amazing. When you first start out the game, you will Basically, the game starts with this character here. This is the Traveler. This is the character you'll start at. This is what he'll look like. Mine, of course, is an extremely high level. You know, you'll get there. There's two different types. There's two Travelers. There's the male and the female. You can pick whichever. I picked male because I'm a guy, obviously. So, you know, I wanted to pick male. Plus, I personally wanted to see if the male had higher stats than the female. You know, I figure since it's my first run through, I figure, you know, I'll get some higher stats. But, you know, maybe the next time I'll be a girl and then see what the difference is there. But I think they're both the same. I think it's just how you build them, personally. Anyways, so after the Travelers get separated, I'm trying not to do too many spoilers, but then you go into the actual world. And eventually you'll wind up in this place, which is Mondstadt. So, you get to travel all over. You get to go... This is how big the map actually is. Eventually you'll unlock these other areas that I have. Lihua, Dragonspine. These are all the worlds that are open right now. This is how big the map actually is. This is how big the game is gonna be. It's huge. Like, it is ginormous how big this game is gonna be. They're doing even more releases this year already. They have a new update coming out next week. So far they are taking care of their vets, their veteran players who have played from the beginning. They even reward you for making mistakes on their part. So far, I've been treated very well. But yeah. So, if you were to ask me, well, what's the end game? What is exactly that you do here? Like, what's the point of the game? Well, that's a tricky thing. The game is currently unfinished because they are still adding more to the game, more characters, and they are continuing the storyline. It's a lot like Warframe in that way, but much better than Warframe because Warframe, in my personal opinion, I don't want to get too far into it, but that game is just not what it was. Put it that way. And yeah, you can collect materials as well. You can go around and collect stuff. You can even use your abilities to help you collect them. There's that too. I'm just doing this while I play. I have to do this for my battle pass. So I would say endgame is to be... So the game has a lot to do with adventuring, exploring, getting stronger. So if you were to ask me what's the end game, the end game would be to explore everything, to be the adventurer, to be the traveler that everybody knows and everybody talks about.
We shouldn't stay here.
You like if it were realistic and you would walk into a dungeon or anywhere, everybody would know your name and they'd be like, "Oh no, we don't mess with this guy. He kill you. No way, man. No game. We die against this guy." So that's kind of it, in a nutshell. But there's tons to explore, tons to do. So far, let's rock into it. You can go around, collect materials, such as I'm doing right now. Right now I'm getting dandelion seeds, which you need. This is one of the characters you'll unlock. Her name is Jean. She is, the game currently has 5, I would say at least 5 elements. Animo, Geo, Pyro, Cryo, then there's Electro, Hydro, and that's it. And each character has their own element. They all have their own element and the way that they use their elements, their abilities, more or less. It's like they have. It's the way that they use their elements and their abilities. Some of them, you know, they can use ice like this. Some of them have fire bombs. And that's, you know, the way that they do stuff. So now this game has what's called a gacha system, which relies on you spending primo gems to unlock all these characters. Not all of them, but some of the pretty good ones. So you can put money into the game, but you don't have to. You can just collect primo gems as you go through the game and as you keep playing it. You can even do events to get primo gems. Primo gems are a rarer source of material. You can't get it like Mora, so it's harder to get. But you can use it to do the wishes. You can also use the actual materials that you need if you can get them. They're even rare. They're called Acquainted Fates, Intertwined Fates. You can even use Stardust and Star Glitter in the shop menu to get those materials. Not the Mora. Mora's like your money. It's like your money you use to purchase things and whatnot. But yeah. So that's what you do to get your materials.
It's time to move on.
To do the wishes. And if you're lucky, you can get a level 5, 4-star, all that. When you do the wishes, if you do 10 wishes, you are guaranteed a 4-star or higher item. So if you can, always do 10 times. I tell everybody that. I tell all my friends that. The Wanderlust Invocation is where you'll get Jean from. You can get it from other wishes, but the way they have it set up now, you can get even more Acquainted Fates than you could ever get before. So it is a lot easier to do the standard wishes. However, the newest character they just added, her name is Ganyu, or Ganyu, I don't know how the heck to say her name. She is a bow user, a cryo bow user. She is a character that was just added, so from the Wanderlust, you cannot receive her through Wanderlust. You have to use her banner, and that's what they're called. They're called banners. And you use a different material for that. As you can see, the color in the right corner next to the Primo Gems, the 180, that's changing. That's because it's a different material. So, so characters like that, and characters like Zhongli, Klee, they're all from those banners. And there have been quite a lot of them over the good span of months, ever since September. I could even name all of them. Pretty much this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. Yeah. So all those ones have come from those banners. So once their banners disappear, they're gone. So it is a limited time for you to get these characters. Now don't fret. From what I understand, it's my personal understanding, and I believe it to be true. Because these characters were introduced into the game, it is my personal understanding that these characters will come back.
There is still a lot left to do.
I believe that they'll release a banner that either has all the ones you missed, or they'll re-release them so you can roll to get them again. Like Zhongli or whatever. It just makes sense. Personally, I would see it as a business sort of thing.
Where do you want to go next?
Let the characters disappear for a while. Let the players see what the characters are able to do. Then they'll drool at the mouth and they'll be frothing at the mouth to really, really want to get them. And then release them out. And then just let everybody pour in and pour their money to get them because they're so good. I know that's kind of sounds really rough and maybe it sounds crude, but it's business. It is what it is. Gaming is a business, and in business you have your tactics. So that offends you, well, boo-hoo, alright? Grow up. Anyways, so that's the characters. This is Ganyu. She is the newest one. While I showcase just a little bit of the game, you'll see me playing as her. As I said, you can explore. I will use this as a demonstration. So the characters you're seeing here are level 1. You see how they can only go to level 20? But then I have characters here that are level 80. So, you know, you're thinking, oh, he just leveled him up to level 20, and that's how he did it. He basically, you know, he got him up to that level, and then he was able to go farther. Not quite. They have level caps. There are games that play like this. There's a ton of games that I've played that are like this. You have to use materials and resources to allow these characters to go farther than they could before. It's the same with the weapons. It is not the same with the artifacts. I'm not going to get into all that today because, again, this is just an introduction about this game. I'm just doing just a little bit. The character part is really important. It's important that I, you know, show you that right off the bat. So, let me see how many gems I have. Or, excuse me, how many, resin I have. Excuse me, safety. I do have enough resin to fight somebody. So, what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna fight one of the world bosses, to show you the gameplay, how the characters fight, what does it look like. I prefer to walk to them if I could. Wait, let's see, who's coming out next month? Shao. I don't want to fight the animal hypostasis. I really don't like that one. Yeah. We might fight somebody else today. Maybe. Alright.
We're way behind schedule.
Well, anyways, I'm just gonna show you just a little bit, before I do that. So, now that I've shown you all the characters, we'll do the boss thing, last. So you can run around.
We're way behind schedule.
You can even cook.
Nice to meet you.
You can gather resources, destroy barrels. And there's all different sword classes. There's all different classes. There's spears. There's spell books. Sword users. There's even, there's one more. There's claymores. I just don't have a claymore user in this party setup right now. There is one more thing that I will tell you that will really help you, is the glider. You get what's called a glider, and you can glide to certain places. That really helps you move across the field. There's even random quests that pops up every now and then that you can do. There's minerals, all kinds of stuff. So, I'm just gonna move around a little bit, and you'll get to see the world of Genshin Impact and what it is. I really don't want to be in this area, though. I'll tell you what. I'm gonna actually do the Anima Hypostasis. So we're gonna go that way.
Next on the agenda. Next on the access denied.
Quake!
There is something in this game called elemental reaction. That's where you combine certain elements to do certain types of damage. Like you can freeze people and stuff like that. Oh. We'll go this way. As you can see, I'm using up stamina to run. You use your stamina to glide, swim, and also to dodge too. There is no limit to how many arrows you can use. There is a limit to how many you can fire. Like there's a delay between, as you can see, before you fire the next one. See how that happened? You can even charge your arrows. So much more. Alright, now I'm going the right way. Where are all these torches here at? Why is this like this? Gotta wonder. Thought so. Oh yeah, and there's hidden stuff like that too, that you'll see and find. Certain puzzles and weird stuff you'll see. And you'll learn to spot them right out of the blue.
Next on the agenda.
And there's day and night systems as well. And there's certain stuff that appears at certain times of day, times of excuse me, times of the day. You can also change the date using the time thing. You can change the time of the day.
We're way behind schedule.
In this game, you also have something called an adventurer rank. Your AI rank, determines, like, when you first start out, it really determines where you can go, what you can actually do, so it really, really limits what you can, actually do. Now that I've showed you a little bit of how to walk around and now where you can move to, now I'll show you a really nice thing. When you unlock these are actually teleport waypoints. You can actually fast travel in the game. It's great. And they also, thanks to the reputation system they recently added, you can now set up portable waypoints. I don't know how many, but you can teleport anywhere you like. So say if there's a quest you're trying to do, and you need to, say there's a certain spot you have to go back to again and again and again, because you're trying to collect a resource and deliver it, yada yada yada, so on and so forth. Well, guess what? You can just spam a waypoint and get there in seconds. It's great. So the boss I'm gonna be fighting is the Animo hypostasis. That's what I call them. I don't know what they're actually called. See that cube thing? That's a world boss. You'll encounter them when you first start. You probably won't be able to beat them until you get stronger. I'm actually gonna fight it because I have the characters that I need to beat it. Once you get close, the battle will start. They all have weaknesses, resistances, yada yada yada. As you can see, I had to dodge his ultimates.
Born of icy. This is long overdue. I can fix this.
As you can see, there's ways to beat them too. That material that I was collecting is so that thing, basically so it won't do what it's about to do right now.
Order guide you. Crumble.
Come on.
on the agenda. Blaze over. Access denied.
Quake! Order guide you.
I swear by my sword.
Now it has nothing to revive it. So basically, these things here that I'm fighting right now will do they'll do like last minute type of, how do I put this? They'll do last minute things to try and save themselves. What you want to do is, you want to prevent that. So they'll do like endgame type of deals, where they'll ensure their survival by doing some type of ult or something. But if you can prevent it and figure out what you need to do to stop that, you can prevent their revival. Now you see all those materials I got? A lot of those were artifacts, and some of those were ascension materials, which are used to increase the level cap of your characters. Or, yeah. So, and there's way more to the game. There are quests, there are events, as you can see, that happen. They happen, I think there's been like one every month, and some of them they do them again, they run them again, but that's not a lot of those that reoccur. And also, when it rains, you can use that to your advantage by using your elements. You can shock enemies, like, say if it's raining, it's the same effect as Hydro. Basically, you can shock multiple enemies. You hit one and it hits the rest of them. When it's raining, you can also freeze them. See how he got affected by Hydro? And now he's frozen solid. You can do stuff like that. Or you can vaporize them. I knew you'd want to fight. But yeah, this is the newest character. This is Ganyu. It's pretty sweet. As you can see. There are really amazing weapons you can get in the game.
We're way behind schedule.
Like you can get, like for example, you can get different types of bows. There's even different tiers. Right now I have all 4 stars, mostly, but I also have a 5-star as well. I wanted to also showcase all the different classes of weapons. You've seen me use them all up until this point, except for the Claymore. As a special contribution to his character and how strong he is, I will show you the most powerful character in the game. He is the strongest, undeniably. He is the character. He is a monster. His power, he is top, number 1. Strength alone. His abilities, how hard he hits, just everything. He is not part of the one-time banners for now. He is not part of the one-time banners. You can receive him through them, but he is also he is obtainable through Wanderlust as well, which is standard wishing. There are a lot of missions or fights where players want you to use him because he's just so freaking strong. And if you get him at a high level, get a good build on him, nothing stops him. He'll kill everything that moves. Anything that walks, moves, breathes, it dies. This is a bit of a spoiler, but to prove, not so much to prove, but to show you how strong he really is. This is the newest area. There's also something in the game called world tiers. Depending on what your world tier is, that's the strength of the enemies that you face. This is Dragon Spine. You're gonna hear a lot about that from other players. How do I put, not if, but, so, in this area, there's something called sheer cold status, which is where if you stay out in the cold too long, you'll freeze, and your health will start to drop. You can keep it up using healers and stuff, but that doesn't last forever. Eventually, your abilities will stop, and you'll start to lose health again. So, you want to get warmth some form of way or another. There are items, materials you can get that can help either reduce it, stall it, whatever. So, this place is like a frozen tundra world. It's exactly what this place is. Late game, what you do with the artifacts is, your artifacts are your mods. I wasn't going to do artifacts, but I might as well since I'm currently equipping them. Your artifacts are your mods. They are how you build your characters. There are tiers of them as well. These are the highest. These are 5 stars. As you can see, Fischl has a lot of them. Fischl's a 4-star. She's weaker, but she's also extremely powerful. She can be pretty powerful if you can build her right. So right now, that's what I'm doing. I'm putting some equipment on her. How do I put this? So the artifacts are your mods, depending on which ones you have, your setup, your lineup. They determine your stats. As you can see, they have substats. They have a actual main stat. And depending on your combinations are the type of it's the type of build you're producing. It's kind of like a combo thing.
Guess we can rest a bit.
This is D-Luke. This is the most powerful character in Genshin. He is undeniably the most powerful character. So, where are the enemies I want to fight? What's this? Really now? How do I get that open? Has to be a way inside. I almost wonder. Oh yeah. Perfect way to show off his power. First things first. As you can see, there are healer characters too. I know it doesn't seem like he's doing too much damage, but trust me, he is. Using my elemental reaction. Oh! As you can plainly see, my sheer cold was going up. Now I have to find warmth, which is exactly what I'm going to do right now. And bam! See it going down? And so pretty much in a nutshell, that's just a bit of what Genshin is. There is so much more for anyone and everyone to explore. I also wanted to do this as well. I'm just gonna slip this in here. I am a born-again believer in Jesus. I believe that when Christ died, he did not... How do I put this? It isn't what everybody thinks. If you hear people say that because they'll live a good life, they'll go to heaven, or if they do bad, they go to hell, that's a lie. Christ died, yes, so that we could be forgiven. And if you hear it said like that, it's exactly just that, so that we could be forgiven. And that just isn't... Most people think, oh, I'm forgiven now. No, you're not. You're not. You're still in sin. Christ died so that we could have a relationship restored with the Father. Why? In Genesis, back in Genesis, we used to be in sync with God. We used to walk, literally almost walk hand in hand with Him. But when man fell away, it's almost like a part of man died. And it was the Spirit. We lost, I wouldn't say the Holy Spirit, but we lost that connection. It was severed. And when Christ died, in a basic nutshell, He restored that connection. But if we're not plugging ourselves into Him, then we'll never ever get that relationship ever again. We won't get it. Only through Christ, we will have that. And that's about accepting Him. We accept Him into our lives and accept Him. And, you do it in your own way, but you get to have that relationship again. And you're like, well, why do I need this? Why do I want this? Well, for many ways more than one. A, so you don't burn in hell. I'm sure you hear that a lot. But that isn't just what I'm going to tell you. What I'm going to tell you is it does make your life better. You will feel happier. You will feel like you belong. Maybe you've had a void in your life that you just can't fill with anything. Whether it's booze, sex, it does not matter. Only through Him will you find true satisfaction. And maybe there's some days where you'll have a hard time in life, but you know what? You'll have someone in your life that won't ever leave you, won't ever disappoint. And more than that, He'll love you even though you've made the most horrible mistakes of your life. And if you make certain mistakes again, as long as you're willing, as long as you, if you call after Him and say, Lord, help me again, I have fallen, I have made the same mistake, He will love you and He will help you. He's not what everybody says He is. Most individuals, they're liars. They don't know the truth. They don't even have the time of day. They don't even try and seek the truth. They just say whatever. And some of them are so twisted and so sinister that they will tell you exactly what they think it means. Not what it means, what they think it means. And that's not what you do. That's not the word. And I rebuke them. and may they reap what they've sown. When I preach the truth. I preach fact. And if I don't know what I'm talking about, then I stay silent. I don't say anything. But I believe that. So, you know, if that's what you want, then go for it. The time is now. It is your choice. I used to be a very different person before I came to God, and I became born again, and I entered a relationship with Him. And I call it a relationship because that's what it is. It's not gay, it's not anything. It's that companionship, that bond that we used to have that was lost. And it couldn't, and you know, you might ask me, well, why could we never get that in Genesis? Because we couldn't. Because that connection was severed, and that connection couldn't properly be linked or reconnected because the sacrifices, like when they used to sacrifice, let me put it this way: it was blood, is what they needed, is what you needed. It was a covering. They used to sacrifice bulls, whatever. They used to do it to cover themselves, but that's all it was. It was a covering. It never really, it didn't have that everlasting, forgiving, I shouldn't say forgiving effect. They had to do that stuff daily. Well, the thing is, when Christ was crucified, He did it once and for all. You won't have to do what they did. All you ever have to do is call on Him and say, alright, let's see what this is about. Or, maybe this guy is, what he's saying is true. This does appeal to me. Well, there you go. In any case, that's just something I just wanted to do. Praise God. But yeah, and anyways, back to Genshin. If you like this game, if you really want to play it, it is a lot of fun. It's on PlayStation. It is free to play. It does have a gacha-based system. I am going to make more videos.
I still have a lot to do.
I want to make more videos about this game because this game, I'm not saying it can get complicated, but there's just a lot of stuff that you don't know right off the bat, and it's very handy that you learn it, so that you know what to do. Yeah. So thank you for your time. If you like the video, definitely rate it, share it, whatever. Yeah. So thank you for watching. You have a great day, and God bless. Thank you for watching.